Hi guys, Josh from TT101. Today I'm coming at you guys with my video pertaining to SHTF. As you saw in the video, the pre-roll video, you kind of saw my whole supply of goods that I had. I just want to go over a little bit about those items and then tell you really what I think the most plausible SHTF situation that I feel like me and my family would be exposed to is. I'll actually start off with that. I think realistically the most plausible thing that could possibly happen is going to be some kind of civil unrest. And in that kind of scenario, you're really not going to want to bug out. All these guys have this like dream of being able to like go out into the wilderness and like fend for themselves and go hunt their game and like blah blah blah. If it gets to that point, then the world is in shambles. Like that means that there's a severely awful thing that has happened that's causing people to have to actually leave their homes. And that scenario is just highly unlikely in my eyes. What the most likely thing I can see is some kind of civil unrest, like angry mobs of people where you want to actually bug in and stay inside your house and not leave. So that being said, the best thing I can tell you to do is to get your supplies up on a lot of water, and basically any like dry goods like your ramen noodles, easy stuff to make. Also, your beef, rice, any kind of rice products or anything like that, instant noodles, just dry foods, because these keep for an extremely long time. And then I also have, this is my Snow Peak Gigapower, or Gigapower, I don't really know how you say it, but I actually did a whole video on this, and I showed the boil time. I'll actually make a little pop-up box up in the top right corner right now. If you wanted to go check out that video. It hasn't had a lot of views, but I tried to make it as scientific as I possibly could. But I got these big 1 pound canisters. I actually have 2 of them, and I plan on buying a lot more of these. You can kind of get these pretty much at any sporting goods store, like Bass Pro Shops, Cabela's, even Walmart has them. I actually bought this one at Walmart. So these are good to have around. And surprisingly, this thing actually boils water pretty fast. And most of this dry food like this, and even the ramen noodles, you don't really need anything but water and like a device to put it in, like a bowl, like a metal bowl of some sort that you can boil the water in. That being said, I also have to say, a lot of the stuff that I stock up on, well actually all of the stuff that I stock up on, it's all stuff that I eat on a semi-regular basis, like especially the tuna. I have so many of these cans of tuna because I eat this stuff like all the time. I have at least 3 cans of this a week, and that's because I work out, and this is like a really good after workout food. So that's mainly the reason why I stock up on a lot of tuna. And I also occasionally will make like some salmon. I have these like salmon cans. We sell these at my work. I haven't even tried these ones yet. I usually get the Chicken of the Sea brand, but I figured I'd give this a whirl. I don't know how good it's gonna be, but going forward, everything that I stocked up on is going to be high in calories. So this is like chili with no beans. I don't really like beans so much personally. Get a lot of stuff like this. Anything where it has a long shelf life, because this stuff especially, if I remember correctly, yeah, this is good until February of 2019. That's a long time. And I think I have some of these cans that are actually good until 2020. So look for stuff that has a really long shelf life, so that in the off chance it's not something you eat all that often or care to eat, and you find it on sale and it has an extremely long shelf life, buy it. Just get it, because it's just good to have around, and sitting in like a very nice controlled like basement, like climate controlled basement. I actually live in my parents' basement, and I'm still at home. I actually used to be a carpenter, but I decided that I hated my life every day, and I actually became a gun salesman, like you've actually been seeing in all my videos. So I'm trying to give that a whirl, but I will say I'm actually going to have a video dedicated to this. Being a gun salesman is great, but it's very hard to make like a living off of it. So that's why I actually started this YouTube channel, to try and help support, to support myself and supplement some of my income. So that's why I have ads on my videos. I'm sorry about that, guys, but I'm just going to be straight up with you guys. I also have, I'm going to stay away from that now, but I also have some like beef and barley soup here. And these are just all like great examples of things to have for SHTF. And as I said, my scenario that I feel that would be the most plausible thing to happen would be some kind of civil unrest. And again, you're not going to really, it would be the end of the world kind of scenario if you actually have to leave your house and go and try and go in the woods. And that's just like a mystified idea. If you ever had to get to that point, there's going to be tons of other people doing that too. So you're going to be competing against them. Like, you can get into some kind of altercation. It's just not a wise decision. Now, if you had your own piece of property that was like, say I live in Illinois, like say I had a piece of property in Michigan, my uncle does, but I could technically go to that. That's a little bit different, you know. But most people have one place of residence, one house, and it's just, in my mind, it's just really hard to wrap my mind around most people thinking that they can just go into public land and fend for themselves. As always, guys, I really appreciate my subscribers. If you like this video, comment down below and hit the like button. And if you are not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button. And you guys have a nice day. One more thing that I forgot to say, guys. This right here is 14 cases of water. I have 6 people that live in my direct family at my house right now, and that is essentially what you need for 6 people to last for a week, just for drinking purposes. Now, that being said, I really have to stock up my supply of water if I plan to cook some of these items that I put in front of the camera for you guys. Remember, guys, prepare for the worst and hope for the best. You guys take care.